Yes, yes. So just a little disclaimer before we get started. None of what I'm about to talk about has come about because of YouTube or through YouTube or anything like that. I'm going to share with you my excitement because I have my first partnership deal. But I want you to understand that my first partnership deal is coming 6 years after I quit my job to go on my journey of discovering my purpose, right? And so it took a long time. And so I am in no way, shape, or form coming on here to tell you or to show you the way that you can do it too. I just want to share my excitement with you, and I hope that you're excited for me as well. My name is Eddie Tranzcendent, and you're tuned into my channel. I'm super excited to see that you're here. And if you haven't done so already, please make sure that you subscribe and like this video. And please check out some of the other videos. I got some pretty cool videos and interviews that I've done throughout the last few years. I would really appreciate the support. Guys, listen, I'm super excited because I just received in the mail a check for my first partnership deal, and it has come again after almost 6 years. I quit my job in 2017 in May of that year. So in May of this year, it should be 6 years since I quit my job, my state job, again to go on this journey. And so I'm really excited to share with you how I was able to kind of work my way to where I am today, to where hopefully this is the first of many partnership deals that I can do with my social media and with my business, right? And so, I quit my job 6 years ago to go on this journey. And through the journey, I've learned a lot about me. I learned a lot about how different things work. And more importantly, I learned a lot about what my purpose is, right? And so in doing that, I have done a lot of community work, and I've done a lot of work with social media and getting myself out there, right? Getting exposure. And with that exposure has come great relationships, great networking. And that is kind of what has helped me get to where I am today, and that's what helped me really get my hands on a great partnership deal that I just got myself into, right? And so when I first started working, in the community, my idea was that I just wanted to keep doing different things, to keep touching different things until I found that thing that really gave me goosebumps, right? That thing that really told me, hey, Eddie, this is you. This is what you're supposed to be doing, right? And in that journey, I was able to discover what my gift was and what my purpose was, and through that, I then worked to make myself better at it. Whether that was going to different events, meeting different people, getting educated, and getting different certifications to make myself a better coach and a better speaker, right? And through all that, again, I met a lot of people, and so it just so happens that someone who I met a few years ago through my work in the community reached out to me, a few weeks ago and said, "Hey, Eddie, I had this specific organization reach out to me, and they're looking for people to help them promote their program, right?" And so I thought that maybe you would be a good candidate to help them promote their program, right? And I tell you that short little story because it has been through my hard work, through everything I've been doing on social media to get myself exposure, through my interviews, on my podcast, through my loyalty and my hard work in the community, that this specific person saw me fit to be a person that can promote this program, which is a great program for small business owners. She saw me fit to be able to promote this program, and you can do the same thing too, right? And again, these things take time, but the truth is that most good things that happen to you in life, and I know this is kind of like one of those things that everybody says, right? But most good things that happen to you in life take time, right? And it takes time to start to build that the communication and those relationships that are going to help you get to where you want to get, right? And in that time, it's really important that you conduct yourself in a way that is conducive to what it is that you want to do, right? And thus, when people see opportunities, they will reach out to you and say, "Hey, I saw this opportunity. Come take advantage of it. I think you're great for it," right? Without really even having to think too much about it, because they already know, you know what, this person has been doing this, that, and the other, and I think he or she will be good for it. And so that's what happened to me. Again, I had someone reach out to me and say, "Hey, there's this great program for small businesses. I think that your platform is a good platform to be able to share this, right?" And I want you guys to know that I'm not, I don't have a huge platform, right? Like, I don't have millions of followers. As a matter of fact, I wrote them down here because I wanted to share with you guys. On my Facebook profile page, I have 4.9 thousand friends, right? 4.9 thousand. Not really, not a huge number, right? compared to people who consider themselves to be social media influencers, right? On my Facebook page, I have 1.8 followers. Oh, I'm sorry, 1.8 thousand followers, right? On my Instagram page, I have 1,900 followers, and on TikTok, I only have 287 followers on there, right? And then LinkedIn, right? On LinkedIn, I have over 500 connections, right? So the numbers really aren't huge, but it's not really the numbers that this person was looking at. The person was more looking at, the work that I do and what it is that I'm putting out there, what information am I giving my community through these social media platforms, right? And so in seeing that, they said, "Oh my God, I think that you'd be a good fit." Now, granted, that wasn't the end of the road. I had to meet with the folks who were gonna help me, put the deal through, and I talked to them, and in essence, convince them why I was a good candidate to be a partner in their efforts to have more people know about and understand their program, right? And so what I was able to do was that I was able to leverage those numbers that I told you about, with social media, but I was also able to leverage some of the things that I've learned and some of the things that I do aside from that, right? And so I have a podcast that I do that you can watch here on YouTube or on Spotify or on Apple Podcasts, Google Play, and any of the other platforms, podcast platforms. And so I was able to leverage that, right? I was able to leverage my ability to make videos like this one and others to tell them, hey, listen, as part of a partnership, not only am I going to promote this great program for small businesses, but I'm also gonna do 2 podcasts for you. I'm gonna do one podcast where I interview one of you, about the program, because what better than to get it from the horse's mouth, as they say, right? But I'm also gonna make a podcast where I'm gonna interview someone who has not only worked with them, but has also done well after working with them in this specific program, right? So in essence, just kind of getting that story from someone who actually went through it, right? Because a lot of times it's not only good to hear about a program, but it's good to hear from someone who has gone through that program or who has used that specific those specific services, right? And so I was able to leverage my community and the things that I can do in order to get myself a partnership. And you can do the same thing, regardless of how big your platform is. What's important is that you're using your platform in a correct way and in a way that perhaps inspires others or motivates others to talk about you and to say, hey, he or she is doing great things. Go with them. And so again, this is not just a story about me and my platform. This is the story about what others see in me and my platform, right? Because that perspective is so important. The perspective of other people and what they see in you and the things that you're doing are so important. So much so that this person helped me tremendously, because this partnership deal is great. When you're creators like you and I, sometimes funds are not that easy to come about, right? To attract to you, right? Especially this early in the in my career of being a creator, a creative. So this is amazing. And so I wanted to come on here and I wanted to make this part of my 100 videos in 100 days, because it's something that happened right in the middle of it, right? And we have a lot of things that may or may not happen. And I want to be able to share that with you, because this is all part of the journey, right? You have your ups and downs, right? The journey ebbs and flows, but you want to make sure that you celebrate every win, regardless of how big. This partnership is a 1 month partnership, right? So it's not a long partnership, but it's good enough to where, regardless of how big or small it is, I want to celebrate it, and I want to celebrate it with you, with my community. So guys, if you're out there and you're pushing and you're doing your work and nothing has happened yet, just keep working, just keep pushing. It's gonna happen, whether it's something that comes straight to you or something that goes to someone who knows you and they direct it your way. These are all things that can happen. And while I'm talking about my other platforms, if you haven't done so already, please go over and check me out on Facebook or Instagram or LinkedIn or any of the other platforms. You can find me under the same name, Eddie Tranzcendent, everywhere. You'll be able to find my different accounts on those different platforms. Guys, I really hope that this video really inspires you and helps you understand that it is possible, and that you can achieve those things that you want to achieve, as far as the things that you do within your purpose and your passion. it just sometimes it takes time. But I hope that I'm able to be kind of like that I don't know, that example that, listen, it's possible. I quit my job 6 years ago with really no plan. I just wanted to go out there and taste. I just wanted to taste the world and really discover my purpose. And I quit a good job. I quit a state job. I quit a job that I only I quit after 7 years. When really, all I had to do was wait 3 more years to get 50%. The benefits, pension, or all I had to do was do 20 and be able to retire from that job. And I left it because money and job security wasn't everything. I really wanted to be happy, and the happiness that I wanted to discover is slowly but surely showing up in my life, and you could do it too. Guys, thank you so much, and don't forget, be transcendent.